help for fire victims is on the way. The Red Cross is staying busy, assisting dozens of folks displaced by 3 fires in Hartford this week. Fox 61's Kaylee Collins is live on Ward Street right now, and that's where the 3rd fire happened late last night. Kaylee, you're joined by someone who's often on the front lines of situations like this, right?
That's right, Symphony. I'm a little bit down the street from Ward Street. You can see the police cruiser behind me. There's still a little bit of a scene here this morning, but 58 people in total from 3 separate fires here in Hartford have been left without a place to live because of those fires and in just a short period of time. And joining me here this morning is Rebecca Johnson with the American Red Cross. She works for the disaster team in Rhode Island and Connecticut. So Rebecca, thank you so much for being here with us and for all the work that you guys do. Can you tell me a little bit about, something like this, 3 fires in less than a week here in Hartford? How does that impact your volunteer team, your team overall? You said it's about 98% volunteer based.
Yeah, so it does affect. And they're getting woken up in the middle of the night, and unfortunately when you don't have a huge cadre of volunteers, the same folks are getting called. So it impacts them, and we don't want them to get so weary, so tired that this is not doable. So we're always looking for volunteers. That being said, our dedicated volunteers are getting up, they're coming out, they're meeting with the families at night. It is an amazing It's a humbling experience for us to see our volunteers come out, but they have that compassion. They're handing out some comfort kits, there's some blankets, toys for the kids, but also just some resources. What's next? Because that's what's happened. You in the middle of the night, something bad happens, and so we come out with next steps. We're there to stay in with you when it's the worst moment of your day.
Yeah, and on that note, in this Ward Street fire, 20 people, which does include 2 children, left without a place to live. This happened in the middle of the night. How emotionally taxing could that be, obviously for the families, but also for the volunteers that are helping to respond as well?
It is, and we tend not to think about that, so thank you for bringing that up. Our volunteers they're trained to go and respond, but it's also that compassion, and we want to make sure that we do our best for them. So we do have help if they're looking, if it's overtaxed or that compassion fatigue. So we have disaster mental health folks that can help, but we do have a psychological first aid class. But it is important for us to check in with our volunteers and to make sure that we are doing our due diligence to keep them ready for the next response.
Absolutely. Well, Rebecca, extremely important work that you guys do. And as far as these fires go here in Hartford, like I mentioned, 58 people left without a home, 20 here on the Ward Street fire, and we'll keep you updated on any new information that we get, including if and when these folks can return home. We're live in Hartford this morning. Kaylee Collins, Fox 61.